What's going on, guys? We're on Jedha Patrol, back with another video. Today we've got Hot Toys Vision from WandaVision. Let's check it out. That's right, guys, we are back. I've got Vision here from the WandaVision show on Disney Plus, but we don't have Wanda. So this review is somewhat lackluster in the fact that what are we gonna pose him with? I guess we'll just do some normal poses with him. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do with it. We'll have to figure it out. But if you're curious where I got mine from Pop Collectibles. There's a link in the description below. I've never owned a Vision figure. And I must be honest with you guys, I looked at this figure briefly. I opened it live on Instagram a couple days ago. And I gave my initial reactions on that, which over the last couple of days have definitely been the same reaction. But I've never owned a Vision, so I'm not sure what the previous Vision was like, but I would imagine it's something similar to the one we're going to look at today. But greatest figure in the Marvel Universe? Maybe not. Spoiler. Maybe not. So I don't know. We'll see. But the box is pretty cool. It's got this nice little diagram style background, which I've got over there. It's a nice box. It's a thing. You know, is everybody going to run out and jump to buy this Vision? No, I don't think so. It does have this diorama piece, which is actually quite large. So it comes put together just like this. You don't have to build it. That's nice. So Hot Toys, that's cool. I actually like this versus those previous. I just did some packing up. So we got those cardboard backdrops with Spider-Man and then Doctor Strange and then Thanos, and you know what I'm talking about. Those. This is definitely a cooler backdrop than we saw with those. And I like the fact that it comes with its own built-in support system. We don't have to mess with it. And it's got some dimensionality to it. It's got some depth to it. So yeah, this is what it looks like under, you see all the camera and lighting there. Look at that. It actually has some depth to it. So there's this clear part right here. And then there's a printing on the cardboard piece right there. And so it does have some depth. I do like that. I think it's actually a pretty cool piece. As far as diorama backdrops go. We'll have to see what kind of poses we come with it, but I like this, and Hot Toys, if you want to do more stuff like this, bring it into the Star Wars universe, that would be cool. I'd like to see that, but there's that. So, figure-wise, I have it right here, and I have taken all the plastic bits off of it already, so here it is. So, again, my initial reaction I gave on Instagram the other day, it doesn't come with a whole heck of a lot. You got the figure, you got a diorama flight pole, you got a couple hands, and that's what you get. The stand is on the bottom. Let me show you this. Those who haven't seen the WandaVision stand, but if you've seen promo photos, you're thinking about buying this, then you already know what this looks like. It's pretty nice. Kind of dig it. A little matte feature here, and you get the high gloss sections. You can see the light bouncing off of it. So that's pretty cool. We're going to need that at some point. I highly, highly anticipate this doing some damage to the suit because that's what these things do. So I'm not sure how we're going to... We'll deal with that a little later. We got a couple fist hands, couple, you know, these guys' hands. Not a whole lot going on there. That's... Yeah, so, and there is instructions, although I don't know why, because there's literally nothing to the figure. I do think the head sculpt is pretty good. I really do. I think the head sculpt is pretty solid. We'll kind of zoom in here. But I think that's a pretty solid head sculpt. I have no issues with that whatsoever. I do think it's a different coloration to the previous Vision we saw. So I think this looks better. I think the other one maybe is a little more pale, a little more pink. This one's definitely a dark, dark color, and I kind of dig it. It matches the gauntlets nice. You can kind of see right here the hands. The hand and the face they do match well, so sometimes they don't do all that great. But there's some nice magenta-ish and reds going on here. I kind of dig that. But I think the biggest issue I've got with this just immediately has to be this cape. This cape feels like... how did I describe this the other day? If you went into a magazine and you got not a cheap magazine, maybe a little nicer magazine, and it's got some of the rigid pages. I don't know what cardstock that would be, but this is a synthetic material. It feels completely synthetic. It doesn't feel natural at all. This it's not a Superman cape. It's not a Batman cape. Like the Batman cape is way superior to this for the DX19. Vader cape, far superior to this. This right here, it may be the cheapest material Hot Toys has ever made a cape or garment out of. It's I don't know. I mean, it looks nice. Don't get me wrong. It looks nice. And there's a wire, you know, going along. There's some wires in here. You can pose it up and have fun with it. But the material does not feel premium for a 240, whatever much this thing is, plus figure, whatever it's going for now. I 100% see this figure sitting for a while, at least until Wanda's release, right? It's going to be here for a while. I can see this one going for, you know, I'm not much into speculation, but I don't see this one selling out very quickly. I just don't. Now, that being said, when it finally does sell out, probably people will go, hey, I want that figure. Now looking for, in search of, right? Vision. But that's not where we're at now. This is day one, right? So I do like the texturing on the cape here. There's some nice different patterns and stuff going on. So I do dig that. And I like the implied, you know, muscle we've got going on here. Even down one of the thighs, you can see it's got some thigh action going on there. It is a good looking figure. So I don't want to discount it for that. It is a good looking figure. I like the different colors of like the magentas and the golds and the silver. It's good character design. In fact, I didn't even take the those out. So is that just like armpit hair? Here, we're gonna leave it there. It can just be Vision armpit hair. That's a first. But yeah, it's definitely visually an interesting figure and a good character design. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun to post. Although I do think, you know, we're going to have some issues with durability of the suit. So if you've got maybe the Advanced Suit Spider-Man, one of those figures, this is very similar to that. You've got some padding. You can feel like there's like some cushioning or some kind going on under this suit. So it definitely feels like that. Although I'm not afraid to pose the Advanced Suit Spider-Man. This one I'm a little afraid to pose. I don't know. Double bend on the knee, which is nice. A double bend on the arm. Oh, yeah, come on. It's there. There's a double bend there. And you can hear this kind of just scraping against the desk. That's kind of annoying. Ab crunch, I'm not expecting a whole lot here. Let's see. Oh, look at that. That's flattering. Look at this. Check this out. And one. Oh, that's not. That's like when you're like sucking in your gut so you can look good. But then you have to sit down, and then you can't suck in your gut no more, and that's reality, right? Sucking the gut, that's one of those things. It's going to have a decent amount. Yeah, you can definitely feel it in here. There's some rotation there, which is nice. I don't mind that. There's no ratchets on the shoulders. That would have been nice to have that, but it appears that they'll go up pretty high regardless. Like, that's pretty nice. So yeah, leg-wise, pretty good range of motion on the legs for what you expect for a suited figure. There's some nice difference in detail as well. You can see how like the purple, magentas, and everything's going through this blue. It's like an aqua blue suit color. And then all the little texturing that they've got like printed on our screen printed on the suit. This nice little grid they've got going on. And then down the boot, we do have, well, it's look at this. It's a split boot. Nice. Come on, you can do it. Focus. It's a split boot. I like that very much. That's nice. I dig that. Tread on the bottom. So I think, you know, it's a good looking figure. Am I super hyped for it? No, I'm not particularly super hyped for it, but you might be, and that's fine. Don't let me don't let me rain on your parade. That's not my intent. But the cape is a absolute letdown. It's kind of frustrating that Hot Toys for this price point would give us something that cheap feeling and underwhelming, I guess, if you would. Having just reviewed the Comic Origins Iron Man figure, which I did like. I did like that figure. It could have been better. I did like it, though. And then we've got the Nightmare Batman and Black Suit Superman coming. Pretty hyped for that. And then Miles Morales, obviously, from Spider-Verse. So that's going to be super awesome. But, you know, this mixed in with all those releases, how many people are going to pick this up versus a Miles Morales or versus the Dark Knight, right? The Batman and Black Suit Superman. Is this one going to be high on somebody's list? Yeah, probably not. Probably not. But regardless of that, let's see what it looks like posed up. So let's take a minute and check out Vision. I've got him posed up here using the dynamic flight stand and using the diorama backdrop that it came with, which includes a fatal flaw, in my opinion. It's actually a pretty significant flaw. The flight pole has a end on it that doesn't allow you to raise or lower the position of the clamp. So the clamp is at a fixed height. Unless you decide to bend the clamp, bend the flight pole, and then you can give in kind of different things. But if you have it straight up and down, you have a fixed location for the position of the clamp. So I have it, and I don't generally do this, but I have the clamp underneath the armpit of Vision there. And honestly, for the shadows, you couldn't really tell. I don't generally put them there, but that's fine for this because I was trying to get Vision low enough while mid-flight to get him like in front of the backdrop that they included. But as you can see, the backdrop has a fatal flaw in that it's too short. So Vision at his lowest possible point flying currently, with a straight up and down flight pole, is a good inch taller, or maybe half inch taller than the backdrop, which means if you got him displayed, then he's gonna look, I don't know, it doesn't work, right? So that's what it looks like. I have him flying. So I guess the only alternative to this, number one, would be don't have him flying. Number two would be somehow raise the actual diorama backdrop. If you're going to use that, raise it up maybe with another, stand or a box or acrylic riser or something like that. You can certainly do that. I do like the colors on the backdrop. I do like that. Let me move this light a little bit that way. I do think it's a pretty cool backdrop. It's not large enough. So there's that. But posing wise, Vision does just fine, like I expected him to do, with being similar to the Advanced Suit Spider-Man material. The colorations, as you can see right here, it is a beautiful looking figure. I mean, it really is. It's a gorgeous looking figure. The detail on the suit, the colors, I mean, it's a gorgeous figure. It really is. But the problem I've got with this particular figure is with the amount of available options right now in the 6-scale community, and we're talking Hot Toys specifically, I guess, with the amount of inventory and options and choices people have right now in their collecting, is this one they're going to drop $250 on, or whatever the its going rate is at the time? Is that one they're going to pick up? Or are you going to wait on it to hit, a discount? Or are you going to wait for Wanda to show up, because we got 2 different Wandas coming? So that, Scarlet Witch, and then we got Wanda and the whole thing. Based on this particular pose right here, it's a good looking figure. The cape is such a letdown. Such a letdown. I mean, it just is. Look at this thing. I mean, I guess it looks okay. I mean, if we're going to go with that, it looks okay. It just feels cheap. You know what I mean? But I'd say that's a pretty good looking pose, if I say so myself. Again, the head sculpt, I think, is on point. I have no issues with that whatsoever. I like the coloration. I think it looks great. It looks like it's from the show. The details on the suit, I think, is gorgeous. I mean, say what you want about the show, and I did like the show. And the backdrop, and then obviously the cape in the background. Say what you want about that, which I do think needs some work. Based on what it looks like right here on screen, you guys let me know in the comment section down below. Yeah, I want to hear from you. What do you think? Are you picking this up? Are you not picking this up? If you are going to pick it up, check out Pop Collectibles if you want to. Link in the description below, or buy it wherever the heck you want. Doesn't really matter to me. But for me, I'm glad I've got it in the collection, but I kind of want to have Wanda to pose it with. So maybe we'll do some more poses when Wanda shows up. And yeah, we got more figures coming. We got Nightmare Batman, Black Suit Superman, we got Miles Morales. I've got freaking Bob Marley figure reviews. It's gonna be super awesome. And as always, click what you like. See you next time.